Hi guys, happy Tuesday. Dori Patrick here, coming at you from the art studio in the big yellow house. Oops, sorry. I'll try not to shake you too much. How are you guys? I'm so happy to see you again. It's been a week. Yeah. So let's see. I'm gonna jump right in. I'm probably gonna keep this one kind of short because I am in full making mode for show season. So, and the shows come up on you before you know it. So I'm gonna jump right in with a few things that I've been working on, and I'll leave you to it. So things here are going great. We are finally getting some of that sunshine that we have been dying for. Yesterday was a beautiful day. It was quite windy, but I had to stop the presses here. Oops, my little barrette. I had to stop the presses here in the studio and take a day to get some things done out in the yard. So I got some of our plants in. I had some Etsy orders to send out to the post office. It was just lots of little errands. I got my hair cut, and I went shorter than usual this time, and it's kind of funny. Like, I forgot how much my hair poofs up in the humidity, but my hair grows pretty fast, so in a couple weeks it'll be back to my normal length. I just got a little carried away this time, but and I just have to say, like, this little flip, that's for you, Sarah Hand. I have this adorable artist friend, Sarah Hand. Look her up. She is so spunky and colorful and wonderful, and she has a paper mache class on Domestika, which is super fun. She also has a book out with paper mache projects. I met her at a retreat a few years back at my friend Shelly's place in Ohio, and she is a hoot, and she's adorable to boot. And she always had this, I don't know if she still does, I'll have to look her up again. She had this cute little flip. Her little hair just went boop, and it was so cute. So that's for you, Sarah. Not really on purpose, but anyway. Where was I? Yes, so we've had a lovely week. I had a day of errands and stuff around the house. Really nothing too exciting. I am really happy to get the flowers in our front flower bed. I have some more potting and stuff to do soon, hopefully this weekend. I'll get to that. But I am jonesing to get to work in the studio and get ready for show season. First show is end of June in Des Moines, Art Fest Midwest, and that's one of my best shows. Of all of them, it's one of the best ones. So I'm really motivated to get stuff done and get ready for that. And I am just really having fun. I am still riding this wave of creative juices. So I'm enjoying it. I'm going to just keep on going with it. So I wanted to show you a couple things that I have been working on, some things that I in progress and some things I got done. And I hope to kind of show you how my sketchbooks have become so useful to me in deciding what to do, remembering an idea and executing it, that kind of thing. So the first thing I wanted to show you, and you may have seen this on the social media channels, but I did a little sketch on some cardboard. And initially, that idea was something I worked out in a tiny little sketch in my sketchbook. I wanted to be sure that I didn't forget it. And so I grabbed some pen and ink and drew out this landscape idea. I knew I wanted to do something with bands of color and rolling hills, a little a la Grant would, I guess, but put my own kind of fun spin on it. And I also had an idea for a cute little house, and this either being a stream of water, a body of water, or even just a little road that goes past the house or leads up to the house. So I sketched out a couple of ideas in my sketchbook, just tiny little, I don't know, these are probably 3-inch sketches, little squares, so that I could remember down the road what I wanted to do. So I came across this little piece of cardboard. This is actually the backing of a pad of watercolor paper, and it just is really sturdy. And I thought, gosh, I don't want to let that go to waste, and I just want to practice out an idea. So I sketched out really quick that landscape idea, and I'm going to try to hold it up so you can see some of I think I put an uneven coat of gesso on there to add a little texture and a little interest underneath, so you can see there are some parts here where it's a little darker, some other parts where it's lighter. That's where the gesso, I just let some of it not cover, I guess is the easiest way to describe that. And then this is a mix of pastels, acrylics. First I drew it with my Stabilo All, I think. It was a soft pencil. And then just kept a limited color palette. And I love how it turned out. I'm really happy with how scrappy it is. I really love that limited color palette. I love the pops of hot pink along with the brown. And you know, brown is something I'm really loving lately. Browns and khakis and beiges and tans, as long as they are with a fun pop of color. So that's been interesting. I have been kind of reaching for some new colors lately. And I've been enjoying it, and it's been fun to mix it up, do something different. So you might be seeing some more of these, probably on wood panel. I love wood panel because you can I press hard with my pencils and my pastels, and the wood panel just really lets you dig in there. So that's one little thing I'm really happy with this. I had a lot of fun doing this, and I plan to expand on this idea, probably on some bigger pieces. So that has been a win for me this past week. Another thing in my sketchbook, I used my sketchbook again with an idea that I wanted to remember, and you guys may have seen this one. This is a wash of acrylic paint, and then I just doodled a tree. I think these were Neocolor 2 pastels. I wanted to remember this tree. I saw a tree that had kind of similar lines and movement, and just quickly from memory wanted to remember a few of the arcs and where some of the branches came out. And I love the idea of this sort of sketchy, what am I trying to say? The ground, the landscape underneath and around the tree. I just wanted to be very sketchy and vague, and with colors that are not predictable. So that was my idea that I saved, and so I was able to translate that, and it was interesting how they ended up. So I'm going to hopefully not shake you up too much, but here in the background, oh, and those are against the, let's see if we can turn this around. I ended up, these are 10 by 20 canvases. There we go. And I painted them kind of similar colorways to my sketchbook, and they just didn't have that pop, that pizzazz that I was after. So I went to lunch, came back, and thought, okay, how can I make these more the way that I want them to be, more interest, more color. And I settled on collage. Really love this one. And I don't know how great that lighting is. Let's see if I can set you back down. This one is hubby's favorite one. I should get into the frame here. Good grief. I'm a super professional YouTuber, can you tell? So this was hubby's favorite. I think he really liked how it popped off of the dark background. But there, you get the idea. It was too plain, not quite what I wanted with just the paint. And slapping that collage on was so fun. And it was super fun to figure out the branches. And like some of this is fabric. This is a piece of tweed fabric. And some of this is paper. Some of it's painted paper and painted canvas left over from some of my projects. So I don't know how well it comes across in the video. There you can kind of see it is loaded with texture, which is just as important to me as the color and the design. I love a piece that has loads of texture. Like you just want to come up and touch it. And that's kind of how these turned out. So there's one more. Let me grab the other one. And I really love, this was the third one I did. So the first one I did was the dark background, which is interesting. The second one is that black and white one on the yellow background. And then this was my third one. And it's interesting how they evolve as you explore a topic, you know? I think that the first one was my favorite one. It's kind of funny, like you can't really duplicate magic. You know, when something happens just organically and magically, you can't duplicate it. But you can take the idea and keep running with it and keep working with it. So I think I'm calling these done because I really like, you can see like there's lots of layers where I painted over and kept marking and just kept at it. And I love the edges. You know, these are remnants of the underpainting underneath. And I'm really, really excited about this idea. So that was this has been a big one for me. I am really currently into collaging, and lots of texture. And collaging fabric onto the canvases is really fun. So that's what I'm excited about. And another thing I'm working on, and I'll show you in my sketchbook. Hopefully I saved the page. Oh yeah, it's just right on the other side. And I did these in pencil, so they're a little bit more faint. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's another sketch of the tree, me working out the idea. I also had an idea for a peaking sun. A friend of mine a few weeks ago purchased a sculpture that was a peaking sun, and you only saw, I can't remember how much of the face you saw, but I thought, oh, and I love doing sunshines, but I thought, wouldn't that be fun to do a painting where all you see are the eyes, and then make the rays all crazy and colorful. And so that's what I did. And these are also 10 by 20 canvases, and these are not done yet, but here are a couple. So I still need to work out the background. So this is like all underpainting that I'm gonna go over with blue sky. But these all started with that crazy colorful underpainting, and then if you can look up close, as I started to refine their faces, I tried really hard to just like let some of that underpainting show through, and the rough edges. I love the unfinished edges. So the rays of sun are pieces of paper and fabric that I collaged on. So like this is an old tap, I think it's, you know, heavy fabric, upholstery fabric. Good grief, upholstery fabric. Painted fabrics. This is a piece of fabric that I stamped and printed on. This is origami paper. I mean, it's just, I was very random and really tried not to think about it too hard. This is another one. I love this blue. This is a painted paper. This is canvas. This is part of an old flannel shirt. They're just so much fun. I'm really happy. So today I'm hoping to finish these out, paint out their skies, probably give them a little something around the edges. I'm not sure what yet. And call them good. Yeah, I'm really, really having fun. Really having fun. And this kind of goes back to the idea about the sketchbooks, where you can take an idea and repeat it. Repeat, repeat, repeat until you're really comfortable with the marks that you need to make. And I just can't say enough about what a great way that is to tackle a subject that intimidates you. If it intimidates you, get after it over and over and over again until you've got it. You know, it's just until you are not afraid to do it anymore. I felt that way for a long time about faces. And I finally have realized I have a certain way of doing faces. And I'm embracing it. And I do them now over and over and over again, so that when it's time for me to do a piece, I can just get after it. You know, you can do it with gusto. Okay. Well, I hope that this video finds you all happy and well, enjoying the sunshine. May is here, and it's one of our favorite months of the year. I love seeing all the flowers popping up and everything being green again. That's so nice. Even though it means we have to mow, I still am really happy with the warmer weather. It just really perks us up. But anyway, I hope this finds you well. Get out there, get creative, get after something, a piece of cardboard even if you want to, and start making your mark, okay? And I will see you next week with some more updates. Take care.